Hi, everyone. We've got a great night of college basketball hoops in store for you tonight. It's a big matchup and some big-time energy in this building, and we're glad to have you with us. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see Villanova facing the UCLA Bruins.
There is no feeling like a packed house on a college campus. You can just feel the electricity in the air as two major colleges go head-to-head on the hardwood.
And even though this game isn't a must-have game, it feels like a tournament game, a one-and-done type situation. Both of these programs know that a win here could be huge for them as they get ready to make a run in March.
So on the floor for Villanova, they've got Miller, Cooper is out there with Bryant, and it's Ilgauskas in the power forward.
And the Villanova Wildcats have had a recent surge in their program over the past decade. Since about '05, they have been a consistent presence in the tournament and also have won a few conference titles.
Now here's Beal, not a lot of room. To the paint, deflects the pass, and that's out of bounds. Villanova will retain possession.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
It's a pick by Ilgauskas. Shot clock at 6. Miller outside, jacks up a 3. Can't get it to go. The Bruins go the other way with it. Campbell with it. Pass to Fresh. To the inside, stolen. And here we go with Miller running up the court, and it's blocked. 4-on-3 break.
And, you know, we've seen a lot of great point guards over the years, and Freak is right at the top for me. The things he can do with the ball are special, and he knows how to control the flow of the game, too. He's not only highly skilled, but he's a maestro in orchestration.
And it's really interesting. Controlling tempo and pace is oftentimes something that most point guards don't really learn until they are pros. But Freak understands how important that is already. It's a big part of why so many think he'll be successful as a point guard on the next level.
And that one's good.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And Beal kicks to Ilgauskas. And there's the pass to Cooper. Goes up the baseline. Nice jump shot. Good. Cooper's got his second bucket of the night. And Villanova going with the whole new group out there. The Bruins leading by 5. Thomas sets a screen for Freak. The feed to Thomas. Shot from 12. Villanova grabs the miss. It's Jones on the wing. Some nice ball movement by Villanova. Now Gaines. Shot clock at 6. It's hauled in by Thomas.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
So on the floor for Villanova. Beautiful jam.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
And here's Freak. Down low, Morris outside. Freak dishes to Thomas. Moore with the block. And that's out of bounds. UCLA will retain possession. And the first half. And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
And, guys, I think we may see some strategies being adjusted here as we get into the second half. Still plenty of time to cut into this lead.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, Freak has done a good job of getting his team in this position, and they got themselves a bit of breathing room in the first half, and all they have to do the rest of the way is manage the lead.
Freak in at point guard. Campbell is out there with Looney. Then it's Fresh, and it's Roberts in at the 5 down low. And for Villanova, they've got Bryant. Cooper is out there with Miller, and it's Beal in at the point. And for the Bruins, Freak, he's in at point guard. Looney out there with Campbell. Then it's Fresh, and it's Roberts in at center. It's stolen by Bryant. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Now here's Beal, guarded closely. On the wing, Miller pulls it from 20. No good off the front iron.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
Starks checked in for UCLA, and that one falls for Looney. Villanova trails by 13. Beal up top, covered by Starks. Beal can't get it to go.
And although he doesn't quite get the block, he does get the missed field goal attempt because of his ability to alter the shot.
Well, almost as effective as a block. I mean, made him completely change his release point, and I think that caused the miss.
Knocked away and stolen by Freak. Here's Campbell. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Taking 2 shots.
And Campbell drills both of them. Here is Gaines. He dishes it to Clarkson. The shot from 20 feet away. The basket is good. The assist from Gaines. Clarkson's got his first points in this one. Passes it to Campbell. Dishes it to Freak. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Freak's got 6 points.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Now Gaines. The dish to Moore. Here's McAdoo. Can't get it to go. Johnson with the defensive effort. And out of bounds as Villanova gains possession.
Need better looks than that.
So on the floor for Villanova, We've got Foster, McAdoo out there with Jones, and it's Ross in at the power forward position. Screen by Jones. Here's Foster. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he
has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I tell you what, that is the crowd pleaser of all crowd pleasers.
He got right to the cup using that screen.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Pass to Fresh. 1:56 left in the second half. Ilgauskas against Johnson. 6 to shoot. Johnson with a screen on Beal. There's Freak. They get it back.
Boy, did they need that rebound. I mean, they have struggled on the boards overall, but still with a chance to win.
Exactly, because they've made enough plays to keep it close. And as a result, they're still in it.
And Beal kicks to Ilgauskas, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
And some changes here for the Bruins. Looney's checked in for Johnson, and it's Campbell in for Morris. Then for Villanova, Cooper, he's checked in for Moore. Miller comes in for Jones. That's Bryant in for Foster.
Move the ball. Stick it.
Now here's Freak. He's covered by Beal, and it's Freak missing. Villanova trails by 11. And Bryant kicks to Beal. Here's Cooper. And a miss there on the triple.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Bruins.
And Clark, their hard work on the glass paid off.
You know, they both are excellent rebounding teams. I thought it was a tough battle underneath both ways.
And a great team effort, but still, what an individual performance for Freak. Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. There's the pick. To the middle. Roberts passes to Campbell. Now here's Freak. Goes up from the top of the key, and the basket good. And UCLA leads by 16.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown, finishing strong.
So it's UCLA picking up the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
Welcome, everyone, to the final game of the college basketball season. Tonight, we will crown the winner of this year's tournament. And no matter what the outcome here tonight, what a ride it has been. Kevin Harlan here along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers facing the UCLA Bruins.
Kevin, this is the night where we are going to see some intense basketball. High energy, lay it all out on the line for college hoops. Everything these young players have worked towards their entire life comes down to this exact moment.
And you can bet, Clark, that each and every player here tonight feels the importance of this game like no other in their lives, really. A big key in coming through in a big game like this is how well you can compose yourself. How do you handle the pressure of the big stage? We'll find out soon enough which of these teams has the ability to harness all of that raw energy and focus on getting the job done.
Let's check out Wisconsin's starting lineup. We've got Kaminsky. Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Decker, and it's Evans in at the four-man position. Hill kicks to Decker. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Freak.
And with any championship game, you know that every player's going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title. And not many people know this, but the Badgers do have one college title in their trophy case. Won the tournament back in 1941. A different time back then, but a title nevertheless.
Outside Hill. There's the screen. The dish to Decker. The pass to Hawkins. Evans setting the pick for Decker. Off the pick. Missed inside. Here's UCLA. Here's Fresh. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
I'll tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
The feed to Decker. Here's Hawkins. And again, it's the Badgers missing.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
And that's out of bounds. UCLA will retain possession.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
And out of bounds as the Badgers gain possession.
You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
And the Badgers with possession here. They trail by 3. Ball's not loose. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports, so it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player.
And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. They've got Hill. He's out there with Fisher. And it's Conley in at the 3.
Showing the quickness right there. Just tough to keep up with it.
Gibson the screen. Hill a screen on Morris. Pass to Fisher. He kicks it to Wade. The Badgers working the ball around now. Gibson the screen. Shot clock at 6. And he gets it to go. 6 points for Hill.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still as a defender.
And that concludes the first half. The Bruins on top. They're up by 11. We'll see you after halftime. And welcome back. We're just about ready to get going with the second half of a historical championship game. For those just tuning in, This is Kevin Harlan, pleased to be alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony as we get set to watch how the college basketball season will end.
You know what, guys? That was the start that Freak and his team wanted in the first half. I mean, they didn't run away with the game, but they're in a really good spot to capture the title.
These first 5 minutes in the second half are going to be huge. They know their opponent is going to come out strong and try to even things up. But if they can keep their cool, they'll be on their way, I think, to the title.
Freak in at point guard. Looney out there with Campbell. Then it's Fresh, and it's Roberts in at center. And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. We've got Hawkins. He's out there with Hill. Kaminsky out there with Decker. And it's Evans in at the 4 slot. Count it, and the Bruin lead has been cut down to 12 on the bucket from Decker.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off. And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And he can't hit the second.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories, rebounds just being one of them.
Hill, no good. The Bruins leading by 11, pass to Campbell. And a wide open look for Freak. They get it back. Roberts passes to Fresh. Here's Freak. Drains it from beyond the arc. Freak's got 9.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal than high school.
To the paint, here's Roberts, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
At the line for
And some changes here for the Bruins. Johnson, he's checked in for Looney. Morris comes in for Campbell. And Freeze subbed in for Fresh. Good on both. Here is Hawkins. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. They set the screen. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket. And, guys, one big story that we have in this championship game is that a guy like Freak could boost his draft stock quite a bit. A win here could catapult him up the big boards of a lot of teams.
And, you know, while it's just one game, scouts will get a chance to see how he plays on the big stage. Knowing a player is at his best when the lights are brightest is a big plus in GM's books.
Here's Hill. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. And that one's good. Freak.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Irving's checked in for UCLA. Porter comes in for Free. Wisconsin trails by 16. Freak, he's in at the point. Irving is out there with Johnson. Then it's Porter. And it's Morris in at the 3, the small forward. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul.
Daniel Thomas.
Now here's Decker, covered by Morris. The shot by Hawkins, no good.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
Yeah, and they've been on the winning end. I mean, effort is one thing you can always control in addition to attitude. I would credit this lead to force of will.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. And that one comes up a bit short. Here's the Badgers with the ball. It's a 16-point game. Over to the wing. They double-team Conley. Kaminsky dishes to Decker.
2 minutes.
The Badgers working the ball around now. Right side, Conley. Shot clock at 6. It's tipped.
And with this lead, it looks like they'll hold on for the title. A special moment for everyone on the team. And really, what a year it's been for their star, Freak.
Yeah, very impressive considering everybody pinned their hopes on him to lead the team at the start of the season. And he hasn't disappointed. For all the hype that surrounded him, he lived up to all of it.
Here's Freak. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Bruins.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
They knocked down their shots. I mean, a little luck didn't hurt either. A lot of their 50-50 shots went in the basket.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Freak. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Outside Conley. Kicks it to Decker. Hawkins passes to Decker. Gibson the screen. Now here's Decker, covered by Morris. Tries to snap the cold streak. Decker can't hit. 26 seconds left here in the second half of the game. Now here's Freak. And it's Thomas at the elbow. Thomas sets a screen for Freak. In the corner, it's Morris. Pass to Freak. Thomas a screen. Jumper off the screen. So it's UCLA picking up the win. Such a special moment for these kids. All the hard work they put in, all the pressure, Greg, they've been under all tournament long. This is pure elation. Being able to call themselves now champions.
And Kevin, from the players, the rest of the students watching, I mean, this is something that can never be taken from you. They will always have this moment in history to reflect upon.
And it's such a punishing path to this moment. I mean, you look back on all the close calls along the way as the field gets whittled down round by round. I mean, they survived quite the gauntlet to get to this moment.
Indeed, a very special moment. And that's going to do it for us. I'm Kevin Harlan. It was a pleasure to be with you all season long.
Hello?
Hey, Ma, it's me.
Hey, Frequency.
I got you on speakerphone.
Okay, your sister there?
Hey, Mama, I'm right here.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Yvette's here too, Mama.
Hi, Mama. How you doing? I'm fine.
Does she have to be here?
Yes. Mr. Pagnotti, the agent I was telling you about, he's in the room too.
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
What a pleasure to finally meet the queen mother of this young, talented man, even if only by telephone.
That's sweet. Hang on, Frequency. Here comes your father.
All right.
Hey, sorry I'm late. Hope everyone's well.
How you doing,
Daddy.
Mr. P?
I'm doing good.
So let's get to it.
Yeah, let's do this. We all know why we're here. This meeting is strictly confidential, 100% off the record. Didn't happen. We weren't even here. Capiche? Capiche means understand in Italian. Capiche?
Capiche.
Freak insisted that I have his entire family here. And I think it's great that he has a good support system around him. I've been doing this a very long time, and I work with some of the best. Now, let me rephrase that. I work with the best, and the best always seem to have a great support system around them. A family, if you will, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So let's cut to the chase. Leaving college early now and entering this year's NBA draft is the right move right now. And when you sign with me, Dom Pagnotti, as your agent, I will make sure you are well taken care of. I will make sure you are protected. With this freaking and vibing, I love it, freaking and vibing. This freaking and vibing thing you do when you get hot, freak, we're gonna make you more money off the court than you will on.
We already have endorsements and things like that in mind, so.
Cece, I said we because we're gonna do this together. We're a team. We're Team Freak. But Freak, you need to be in the league first, right? That's why I'm here.
No, yeah, I hear you, Mr. Pagnotti, but like I told you before, I already promised my parents 4 years of college. That's the plan, man.
That's right.
Plans change, freak. Listen, In life and in basketball, you need to adapt and change to the situation at hand. Now, even if you have the greatest coach and they draw up the greatest play and all the X's and O's make perfect sense on paper, you still need to react to what the defense shows you and then make your move. This is the right move. This is the right move now. And 4 years of college is a great plan for basically anybody. But you're not just anybody. You are the greatest collegiate talent I have ever seen shoot, dribble, pass, and defend a basketball my entire time on this great planet Earth. Now, Miss Martha, Mr. Pete, I have seen so many of the greats jump right from high school to the pros. Freak, you've at least experienced college. You know what that is. You've been there. You've done that. I am offering you now a chance at the experience of a lifetime. Do you know how many people would love to be in those Jordans right now?
Yeah, Freak, I mean, what if you get hurt? You remember how you came down on your ankle in that game earlier this year?
Oh, yeah, but that was nothing.
Right, we know it was nothing, but next time it could be something.
I saw that. Good game, but BAM! Just like that, and you could be flipping burgers. Well, maybe not flipping burgers. Maybe you're the manager or assistant manager at some burger joint. Maybe I do a favor and make a call, and you're a delivery boy at Sal's Famous Pizzeria. But the bottom line is, you will be a long, long, long ways away from signing multi-million-dollar contracts with me, Dom Pagnotti, as your agent.
So it's all about the money, right?
When was it not all about the money?
Money isn't everything.
No, it isn't, sir, and no disrespect was meant. But freak, money is freedom. The freedom of choice, the freedom to live. Money is the difference between renting and owning, between being the waiter and being waited on. It's the difference between being the chauffeur or being chauffeured. Now, do you want to be a chauffeur? This here is a contract. This makes me your agent. Sign on the dotted line, and I will take you and your family to the promised land.
Like I said, Mr. Pagnotti, it's not all about the money.
Pete, let the man finish.
He made his point. He's finished. Aren't you finished?
I said my piece, but I know I'm right. You guys should talk.
Pete, what if Frequency does get hurt? Shouldn't he take this opportunity now?
What if the boy goes pro, gets hurt, and then doesn't have a college degree? Look how hard we work for him to get to where he is.
But college isn't for everybody. Pete, you didn't go.
That's why we work so hard for him.
Just saying. I mean, if he's ready to do this now as opposed to later, Pete, anything can happen.
You're right. Anything could happen. This is his future. This
You're
is
not
his life.
listening to me, Pete.
Not just a game.
All right, Mom, Pops. It's all right. Look, truth be told, I don't even know what I want to do right now.
I understand that.
Yeah, but I was talking to my boy Vic the other day.
Why?
And he was making a lot of sense. He thinks I should leave early, too.
You know what? I've kept quiet this whole time, and I also think that Freak should join the league. I think it's a great business decision, and I think that Mr. Pagnotti is absolutely right.
Thank you, Yvette.
You're welcome.
Now, Freak, I know for a fact that people have been talking about the company you keep, and you need to be careful. It could compromise what we're trying to do here.
What are you trying to say?
You know, your association with that guy Victor off the court, it could compromise your selection in a draft. As a matter of fact, I know it will. Do you realize the difference in dollars between being drafted first overall and 21st? You're talking tens of millions of dollars. You don't get it, do you? Cece, our first sneaker deal alone, you're talking a difference of a $50 to $100 million difference just by that. Number one, that's what we need. If I were not 1,000% convinced in my mind and in my heart that we could get you drafted first overall, I wouldn't be like this. This is the play. This is the move, Freak. You gotta listen to me.
I absolutely hear you, but who are they to tell me who I can't hang with my brother?
No, Freak, you need to listen to him. I've been telling you the same exact thing.
Mr. Dom, Frequency and Victor grew up together. They're best friends. We took the boy in and practically adopted him.
Martha, I told you that boy ain't nothing but trouble.
He's family.
Okay, but that's my boy, and he agrees with y'all.
It's not about agreeing with Vic. We're trying to prepare you for your future.
You know what? But it is his future.
This is none of your business.
Excuse
You don't
me?
even
Wait,
know
Freak,
my business.
you still have a decision to make. Sign with me, yes or no.
It's none of
Can
my
I-
business.
Right.
I'm his manager.
Can I just interrupt
Your tone.
for 1 second? Everybody just settle down, please. Now, I appreciate you all taking the time in this heated discussion, but the truth of the matter is, there's only one person in the room that can make this decision. Now, son, you know how I feel.
Right.
Education is the most important thing in life, but this is your choice. It's not your mother's or your sister's or mine. It's not your girlfriend. It's not Mr. Pagnotti's. And it definitely ain't Victor's. This is your decision, son. So you tell us what you want to do.
I need 30 seconds, Freak. Okay. I have 4 beautiful children, and I want each of them to go to college and graduate. But if you walked up to any one of those 4 children right now and said, I will give you a contract that's worth $100, $200, $300 million, I would say, bypass college. You can always go back. I want you to graduate. I want you to get your doctorate. I want to call you Dr. Freak. But you need to understand this. Now, you can go all over this beautiful country that we live in and go into any of the major universities. You will find people that are 30, 40, 50, 60, 80 years old, and you will find them graduating. But if you live to be 500 years old, you will never see ever somebody 40, 50, 60 years old being drafted from college into the NBA. We need to strike while the iron is hot. This is your life. We will get you drafted first overall. You will be up there with all the big names. I'm not talking first rounder. I'm talking first overall. Listen to me. This is what I do. I am the best at what I do.
You have had
Nobody
your 30
is better.
seconds plus.
Miss Martha, I am sorry. You just need to
Pagnotti,
understand.
would you please let my wife speak?
I apologize.
Frequency. Baby, what do you want to do?
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna have Cece go through this contract, front to back. I'm gonna think about it, sleep on it, pray on it, and I will call you in the morning.
All right. Listen, Mr. Pete, Miss Martha, it was a pleasure meeting the two of you over telephone, and I look forward to meeting you both in person. Remember, everybody, this meeting never took place. We weren't even here. Capiche?
Capiche.
Okay.
All right, Mom, Pops, I'm gonna call you guys later. I love you.
Love you,
I love you too, son. Bye. We met working at the post office together. Mark was the clerk and I was a carrier. And I asked her out to lunch one time and take her for a bagel around the corner from where we worked.
A bagel?
A bagel, yeah.
With cream cheese?
Cream cheese.
Split down the middle?
Split down the middle. Love at first sight.
Yeah?
I believe that it was true. It happened to me.
Good evening and welcome to the NBA Draft. With the first pick in the NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Karl Anthony Towns from the University of Kentucky. With the second pick in the NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select D'Angelo Russell from The Ohio State University. With the third pick in the NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Jahlil Okafor from Duke University. With the fourth pick in the NBA Draft, the New York Knicks select Kristaps Porzingis from Latvia. With the fifth pick in the NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select Mario Hezonja from Dubrovnik, Croatia. With the sixth pick in the NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select Willie Cauley-Stein from the University of Kentucky. With the seventh pick in the NBA Draft, the Denver Nuggets select Emmanuel Mudiay from Dallas, Texas. With the eighth pick in the NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons select Stanley Johnson from the University of Arizona. With the 9th pick in the NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Frank Kaminsky from the University of Wisconsin. With the 10th pick in the NBA draft, the Miami Heat select Justice Winslow. With the 11th pick in the NBA draft, the Indiana Pacers select the 19-year-old point guard from UCLA.
Let's do this, young man.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Frequency Vibrations. Welcome aboard, young man. Welcome aboard.
Wow. Wow. This is bananas.
Take your time, baby.
Thanks, Ma. Okay, so I first want to thank everyone who made this possible. Mom, Dad, I couldn't have done this without you. I'd like to thank my lady Yvette. My dude, Vic.
Hey, yo, I got you, man. Hey, hold him in the building all day, yo.
Aye.
Yeah, I love you, man. I love you.
Man, he's like my brother. Oh, gosh. And also, want to thank my sister, Cece, who is also my manager. Swish, love you.
I love you more.
And my agent, Mr. Don Pagnotti himself.
You're the man, baby.
I guess I will take some questions now. Yes, ma'am.
How did you get the nickname Freak?
A lot of people don't know this, but Freak is short for my very first nickname, Frequency Vibrations.
Yeah, true story. I like to introduce our mother so she could tell it.
Go ahead.
You know, Mama.
Tell her, Mama.
No, Mama.
Go get her, Mom.
Thank you, everyone. Frequency and Cece are fraternal twins. And so when I was pregnant, one of them kept kicking and jumping around all the time. So my husband, Pete, put headphones on my belly and played reggae music.
Hence the name Frequency Vibrations.
We shortened it to Freak.
How did you know who was kicking?
A mother knows. A mother always knows.
Are you ready for a photo op?
Yes. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next NBA superstar, Frequency Vibrations.
Go ahead, son.
Thank you all for coming. We will be available for one-on-ones in the back. Good job. Well done.
Congratulations, son.